Thank you. So we're all supposed to be reading for 15 minutes, and hopefully this meets that quota. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Wonderful. Recall. You could only think of the sea, though. Blue, self-correcting, far from the house you build. You move along the contour of your lawn, towards the call of a bell, or the bird bereft of your language. There is movement in the distance, the leaves that show their underbellies, the windmill that you can never reach, beyond any temple, beyond any book. The thought of the sea surges. I look at you like we both know, as one step forgets the last. Language gives one word for walking. What's the first? From the former. The echoes in the caverns are birds. The sun, the reflection, the expansion. Somebody takes a picture to show these rocks to another who has never seen. Water pools in the basin. A smooth texture takes a long time. A person at the other end of the formations finds some bones. All anybody can know of the animal. It dwelled in these half caves, drank water, kicked up dust, was never captured by somebody who had never seen it. It breathed until it didn't, and then it was ancient. An accumulation. You murmured to me by the stream, I don't know all the animals that dwell here. I cried as I watched the cloud move. It made me feel that I didn't either. I never see all the fish. The crawdads are often in their holes. But the murky water hums, always rushes under down trees that you cross. On the other end, you find more life. The flashlight beneath the water, stuck but moving under a sky. That's why you came back across. You would not admit this. Sounds build. An orchestra will become one noise if you let it. And we still have one word. So there is moss, stone, a bird, and the direction back. The absence of sound. Fallen once more, you told me to move my things in the hallway. How did Adam deal? He made an awful mess. In his existence, I smelled something concerning, but could not name it. When the hallway is clear, it becomes quiet. No way to trip, nobody to ask. The first letters were for names, not in spreadsheets, but in the pupil and shaped lips. Anatomy. This is why we hurt. Conversation. Answers careen from your lips. A soft breeze that blows my eyebrows. So we blink to know that we are here. About what else would we talk? If cars moved faster, if the road was not there, if trees produced us, we would never know our brains. All the same, you respond, like the way we will be the grass that our feet share standing. Just gonna keep going through these. Return. But it was not a problem. It was a flower, or a circuit, that sparked a cycle, the transmigration of birds who die away from the house, who respond across the sky. It all runs together like it wants to. When it rains, we are back to a thing that has left. Okay, so this next one is it's visual in a lot of ways because it's a grid, and it works reading it both laterally and vertically. So I'm going to try my best to represent that by reading it. Possibilities of an hour. At 10 a.m., you called so that we gather sticks to festoon iterations of forest in a drizzle to create a prelapsarian thing. We walk to move closer to the forest edge, calmly to rest at 11 a.m. At 10 a.m., we gather sticks in a drizzle. We walk to the forest edge at 11 a.m. You called to festoon, to create, to move calmly, so that iterations of forest, a prelapsarian thing, closer to rest. Alright, I have two more. Texture. I feel gross. I mean human. Waiting for the wave to not feel different than the whole sea. Would it be you to walk through the door? Would I rise? If you sway into the room, when my eyes open, when they close, it hits. It passes through the sky. Not a lid, but the humming town. On the horizon, looking. This is not a surprise. It is a person. And even if our bones were hollow, would we be closer to being a bird? This is when we feel, not at fault, but on a boat, buoyant on the water. And then one more. Don't know why I'm wearing a sweater. Falling away. Clamped fingers around another hand. Upon release, you extend your arm towards the sky. A sigh by the chair, the wind by the tree. You are wrong, or do not know it. Your erection is too prominent. From where does pleasure retract? Or the momentary become contentment? The slip from a grasp, this is when you felt the ground. But somewhere else, where a dream does not envelop that which you squander, where you live by laws, not devised by that for which you lust, but by a single light, tended to by a weathered face.